And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Look at Orlando. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And when I look at Orlando, gotta be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
Tell you what, they're talking about them now. Everything is falling into place for them so perfectly.
A look at the Magic starting group. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. Patrick Patterson is out there with Harris, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Cowboy. That is good. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. McDaniel, yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Cowboys got his second basket of the night. Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Inside. Tries again. Payton's shot is off. Magic on defense. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Dishes to Oladipo. A rebound by McDaniel.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Gasol. Elbow shot is on the way, and he gets it to go. Gasol's got his first basket of the night. Orlando trailing here. Payton with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Payton passes to Harris. Harris setting the pick for Oladipo. And it's Harris off the drive. Shot's good.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Pass to McDaniel. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 3. Pick by Vucevic. And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic. Back to Oladipo. A shake. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And Orlando making a change here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Patrick Patterson. Hezonja, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Watson in for Payton to the right side. Here's Hezonja, covered by Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. Gordon the pass to Hezonja. The fadeaway, shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And the pass to McDaniel. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Bulls.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
And Orlando making a change here. Haas is checked in. Here's Watson. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. McDaniel, the pass to Bowen. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. All right, a chance to check out the stats for Watson, how he performed last season. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Livingston. No luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the basket by Gordon.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Now here's Watson looking for his first basket still in this one. Out left to the wing. Here's Azania. And that misses. That would have put him up. Livingston. No good. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's McDaniel at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He ended up with 44 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And so here's Orlando after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Payton, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. For Orlando, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Patterson comes in for Gordon, and it's Oladipo in for Hazania. Gasol a screen. Here's McDaniel. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Magic trail by 7. Payton dishes to Vucevic. No good with the elbow jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Now here's Rose. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Here's McDaniel, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline. And the first half comes to a close.
Kevin, I have Derek.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Cowboy. He's got 19 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Patrick Patterson is out there with Vucevic, and it's Payton in at the one. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Magic have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Now here's Rose. 17-foot shot on the way. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Noah against Vucevic. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the Jays.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The Bulls shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Not enough on that one as it misses.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Now here's Vucevic. 11 points in the game. Rejected by Gasol.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
It's taken away by Payton. Oladipo outside. Kicks it to Vucevic. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Cowboy. 24 points for him. Wants to get it off to Noah and does. Here's Gasol. Rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando leading. Payton with the ball. Butler covering. Payton outside. Feeds to Patterson. Fires for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
Defensively, guys, they just don't seem to be giving the same kind of effort that they were in the first half of the game.
That's tipped. Here's McDaniel, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Cowboys got 7 points for the quarter. Orlando leading by 3, and Oladipo kicks to Harris. Patterson up top, defended by Gasol. Vucevic can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And another hit, shot made once more from McDaniel. Cowboys got 9 points here in the second half. Payton with the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Harris. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got 4 rebounds in this game. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. And what's your take? Guys on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And that's now 33 points for Freak.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Gordon, the pass to Hawes. To the paint. Here's Hezonja. Here's Mirotic, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance. To get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Hezonja's shot is off.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Bulls in second.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Devin Harris has checked in for Portis. And a switcher also for Orlando. Hairston's checked in. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Both free throws good from McDaniel.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Smith dishes to Gordon. Magic moving the ball around. Hairston against Harris. Clock at 4. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Bulls leading by 13. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's Cowboy. And it's Bowen in a power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 11. Harris kicks to Vucevic. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And stolen by Harris. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. The Bulls shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Good looking screen by Gasol. McDaniel the pass to Butler. And there's the call. Back in for the Bulls. Hezonja, he's checked in for Orlando. Rose kicks to Gasol. Passes it to McDaniel. Back to Rose. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
The Magic trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here's Butler. That drops.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
And Oladipo kicks to Harris. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Orlando. Rose passes to McDaniel. To the middle, here's Noah, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Brooklyn. No good from McDaniel. Oladipo against Butler. Vucevic.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, he has 9 rebounds and 1 steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity too that he brings to the court.
Here's Cowboy, guarded by Harris. McDaniel, the pass to Butler. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Back to Payton. Out to the wing. Harris outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by McDaniel. Cowboys got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Butler. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. .109 left in the fourth quarter. Payton, that's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
.106 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Rose. To the inside. Noah. Yes!
When Noah gets going like that, forget about it.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Offensive rebound.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, it's Harris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And a tough miss as the second of 3 shots at the line missing. 1 to go. And he cannot get the third one to drop, going just 1 of 3.
And that was such a great chance to make it a 1-possession game, and he barely got anything out of it. That's tough.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Chicago winning this one.
Well, a confident.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Chicago.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked: defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala, MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender.
You talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector. Joakim Noah.
I like that.
Roy Hibbert does a great job of the
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Pacers right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start to the road trip here. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. It should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. We've got Johnson. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner, and it's George in at the 3. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
All right, Doris. Now Hill, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Ellis outside. Johnson the screen. Off the pick, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Here's Cowboy, defended by George. Deflects the pass. Paul George with the steal. Kicks to Hill. Butler against Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Turner with a screen for Ellis. And there's the feed to Turner. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Turner's got his first 2 points of the night.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Now here is Hill. He had 13 points in the win against Minnesota.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Bulls. The Pacers 4th.
And here we've got two teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
Ellis wide open, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
The shot's good from McDaniel.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Ellis. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota. The dive for the ball, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. Now Butler. Paul George missing from long range. Here's Stuckey. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
McDaniel, they get the rebound. Pacers leading by 4. Hill drives in. Passes to Hill. Outside, George. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Jimmy Butler. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers. Young comes in for George Hill. Stuckey into the lane. Three-pointer. Johnson double teamed. Here's Hill. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Pass to McDaniel. And again, Chicago. No good. And Miles kicks to Stuckey. Young with no one around. And the 3 off target. Bulls have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's McDaniel. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the Bulls making a change here. Harris is checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. A shot by Johnson, no good. Chicago has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot's good from McDaniel.
He's got to quit while he's ahead, Kev. It worked that last time. But that's an invitation for a turnover.
And here's Young. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's McDaniel. No good on that last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pacers lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer game overseas, but they're just always cheering, rowdy, jumping up and down, waving towels. It's just a great atmosphere, you know, and it's inspirational just to watch the support we have, and it's something that you want to play for the country.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Fellas, they're passing the ball.
Substitutions. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. He kicks to Livingston. Noah dishes to Butler. Here's McDaniel. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 14 points for Freak.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And again, it's Indiana converting. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ripped away, all by himself.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
That was a nice free play brought to you by Kia. McDaniel takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Excellent D there from Hill. Pacers trail by 3. There's the screen. From 13, again missing Hill. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
George against Butler. That's good from Johnson on the assist by George. And it's 6 points for Johnson.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
The dish to Ellis. Tries it from the top of the key. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. Then it's Amir Johnson. And it's George in at the 3 spot. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Good looking screen by Gasol. There's the pick. Butler passes to McDaniel. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Orlando.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Rose in the post. He's guarded by Hill. The shot's good from McDaniel.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Outside Hill. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Pacers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled.
Both teams making substitutions here. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Cowboy. He's got 22.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Screened by Young. Stuckey dishes to Young. Stuckey setting the pick for Young. And here's Miles outside. No luck. And it's Chicago the other way.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Stuckey kicks to Hill. Indiana moving it around. Stuckey a screen on Gasol. Johnson the screen. 6 to shoot. Stuckey outside. There's the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these 2 terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. 2 elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
Johnson the screen. Stuckey passes to Johnson. Back to Stuckey. He feeds it to Miles. Shoots the 3, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Stuckey. Harris dishes to Mirotic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And he just big-boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play should begin momentarily. Chicago leading by 9. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Portis is out there with Noah, and it's McDaniel at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. There's the steal, and that one is hammered home.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and
that athletic.
Yeah.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Really an extraordinary game for Cowboy. 34 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Yeah, you can ill afford to make mistakes at this juncture. It might not be impossible to come back, but it just got all the more harder.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. McDaniel, the pass to Gasol. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Hill kicks to Hill. Rose against Hill. 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. From deep, Ellis. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Hill drives in, and it's Hill with the jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Left side, Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Back to Rose. Makes it off the glass. And
good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. George. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's the pick, and it's Rose penetrating. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Hill dishes to George. Baseline jumper, and it's George again missing. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 19-6 run. Here's Cowboy, defended by George. Here's McDaniel, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Iritic comes in for Pau Gasol. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Butler. And Harris subbed in for Derrick Rose. They recover it. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Screen by Young. Stuckey passes to Young. 1:14 left in the fourth. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Stuckey for 2.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Cowboy. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Puts it up from 12, and that one hits back iron. In transition, here come the Bulls. Shot from the top of the key, and so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basket.
Well, Pau.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kevin.
All right, fellas, let's change it up for a bit. How many threes can you make in a minute? Freak? Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.
DJ Khaled.